Good afternoon to everyone here on the lazy Saturday here in South Carolina. Good breeze blowing, so I'm out here on the porch trying to take it in because we've been inundated with 100-degree plus days like the past week and a half. So it's good to have a good breeze, sit in the shade for a minute, and just kick it. I guess it's my first time putting a video on YouTube and just tell a little bit about myself. I'm an older guy. I'm not gonna say how old I am. But recently I came into some red pill awareness, and I'm grateful to a lot of brothers for bringing me into that awareness because I began to find that, I was oversaturated with the social programming of what some would call the matrix. I got caught up in a lot of BS, and it really took me to some places mentally and spiritually that I know I had no place being. But thanks to some fellas and some people I discovered on YouTube, I was able to get some red pill knowledge and begin to dig myself out that hole. A couple of years ago I got diagnosed with diabetes. I was 240 something pounds, and you know, pretty much probably on the brink of some serious health complications, and came to find out that I really needed to do something to do it fast. And upon getting that diagnosis and learning about the red pill, I've been on a mission of self-improvement. Now, in my quest for self-improvement, when I first started, it was about, trying to get women, to be honest. It was about getting women. And then I found out that, my self-improvement had to be a holistic process. It had to be for me as an overall man to improve myself, in all areas of my life. And I had to learn how to reprioritize my life. And right now, probably the top priority in my life is taking care of my health. Second would be my sons, because I have two sons. Third would be my job. Fourth would be my career as a coach. Fifth would be my overall mental health. And sixth would probably be, meeting a nice woman and, probably chilling with her. So as you can see, my priority list, I put women near the bottom of that. In my lifetime, I've suffered a lot. I was raised without a father. I didn't know what it really was to be a man. I didn't know how to do things as a man. I had to kind of learn through either cloak and dagger or trial and error, etc., etc. And today, where I'm at now in my life, I truly understand what I need to do as far as being a man. I take care of my sons, I take care of my home. I try to be the best I could be at my job, because I work with young people, with children every day, and I have to be at my best for them, because I know some of our kids, especially our young men, I may be the only example of a man they might see on any given day. So when I walk in that door, whatever's going on with me, I leave it outside, and when I leave work, if I choose to pick it up and take it with me, I do. But when I'm at my job, I'm all about being an inspiration, role model, father figure, whatever I need to be to the kids that attend my school. I also coach, and I'm able to impact lives that way. And that brings me to the gist of my video today. Who impacts you, and who have you impacted? 10 years ago, I probably couldn't have answered that question. And today, I probably can. I'm going to share a quick story with one of my former students. I hadn't seen the student for years, since they left the middle school, I think in 2010. So I ran into him the other day, and we were talking, and the first thing the student said to me, she said, "Coach, I remember when I used to be in your class and you used to talk to us about adult life and all the decisions we were going to be faced with, and were we going to be equipped mentally, and were we going to be mature enough to make the right decisions?" And the student said, I used to laugh that off because I used to say that wasn't going to happen to me. And then they found that they were faced with a very critical life situation, and they didn't know how to navigate it. The student said for some reason she went back to that day when I said that in the classroom, and as a result, she got a better understanding of what it really was and what it really is to be an adult and handling your own situations. She thanked me and gave me a hug and said, I really appreciate you saying that. I didn't know what it meant then, but I know what it meant now. And I thanked her for, giving me those props, but it really wasn't necessary. But I say that to say this, when you talk to people, no matter how you talk to them, positive, negative, indifferent, etc., etc., you're going to leave some type of mark, some type of impact on them. So my thing is, I always want to impact people in a positive way. With my words, with my actions, if I could build them up, I'm going to build them up. If I have to break them down and rebuild them up, I'm going to do that. But I always want to have a positive impact on somebody's life. Because when I was 12, someone had a positive impact on my life. Like I talked about not growing up without a dad. But one day, I was trying to play basketball and I got cut off the team. And I remember asking our school janitor if he could let me into school early so I could work on my game because I wanted to make the basketball team the following year. He said, cool, you get here at 6 o'clock, I'll let you in and, won't nobody know but you and I, and I remember he doing that and he showed me some things about basketball. I didn't know he was a good basketball player, but he showed me some things about basketball that I learned that I carry with me today, and I should always say thank you, I appreciate it. He said, you don't have to thank me. Just when you get my age and a child come to you, you do the same thing for that child. That left a very positive impact on me. That gentleman, really impacted me. And when I found out a couple years ago that he had passed, it really moved me. It really moved me, but I always appreciated what he did for me. And throughout my life, I've had a lot of people that impact me in a positive way. Not only with words, but what they did. Whether they be someone of celebrity status, someone here in my community. We have a lot of people in our lives who affords us a positive impact. Who gives us what we need on the positive side, gives us what we need where we can gain confidence in ourselves, gives us what we need where we can give to other people. And I think for my life today where I'm at, it's all about being of service to others, and staying outside myself, being humble and understanding that, a lot of people are really, really going through a lot, and whoever I encounter, I want to have a kind word for them or a smile, or just something positive, and just give off positive energy to them, because you never know what that might do for somebody. A situation, I'm a recovering addict and I used to go to 12-step meetings. And I remember the very first one I went to, this biker dude came and gave me a hug and told me, you're in the right place, and it caught me off guard, because, I'm like, men don't hug men, but, that hug made a big difference, that kept me going to those meetings. And at this point in my life, I've been clean over 25 years, but I always point back to that moment because it left a positive impact on me, because it was the first time in many years at that point that somebody showed some genuine concern for me and told me that they could help me, and gave me the words that I needed, to inspire myself to make a change in my life. So as you go throughout your day and you talk to people, you encounter people, always remember the impact you have on people is important, whether it be positive, negative, etc. And I know sometimes we don't always positively impact someone. Sometimes we might be in a certain way on a certain day, and we may have a negative impact. And if we find that's something that we're doing, make that right. Make that right. Don't let that linger. You make amends, whatever you need to do, very quickly. Even though people not gonna forget how you made them feel. You know, your attempt to make things right, you know, can still make them feel positive and make them understand that, you know, or make them see that, you know, you still can impact their life in a positive way. So with that, you know, I'm about to bounce. You know, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. But I just wanted to put something up. You know, I want to start trying to give inspirational messages, you know, on my YouTube channel. You know, if it just impacts one person, that's fine. You know, because it's always about the quality of what you're doing, not the quantity of what you're doing. You know, and I want to just give people good quality, you know, and help them understand that, you know, hey, I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to be positive, and I want people to be under a positive impact from me. So until next time, peace.